Hey guys, so today I wanted to just talk about relapses a little bit more because this comes up all the time in the groups. And for me, the biggest sign to know I was getting better was fewer bad days, okay? I mean, that sounds quite self explanatory to be honest, but just say one day you're great, you have three amazing days, the next day you feel like crap, and it's up, down, you can't work it out. If you actually start marking down your good days versus your bad, over time you should see a decrease in bad days. And also, the biggest sign I was getting better was when I would have relapses, they'd be, they would get further and further apart. So in the early days, oh my God, I'd be like one good day, one good day, six horrendous days, one good day, six horrendous days. And it took months and months and months, guys. It didn't happen overnight. It took at least 2 years, I'd say, to really stabilize for me anyway, because mine was very, very severe. Um, but over time, I could see the relapses were becoming further and further apart until it got to the stage where I'd have a good month and then like a week relapse and so on. And also another thing I noticed about relapses in general, they were a lot shorter. So at the beginning of this, I felt like I was in a relapse 24/7 for bloody months. And then when I started to get better, the relapses would only be, it went from 3 weeks to 2 weeks to 1 week to now. I'm having a low day today, by the way. I've spent hours on my laptop yesterday. I'm tired, I'm drained, I'm really feeling exhausted today. Now, this will probably be maybe one day I will have where I feel very tired and drained and I need to take it easy. But my God, in the old days, it would be like 3 weeks solid, just like crap. So that's the biggest thing with relapses. I also had a woman that was really upset and she was saying to me, my life's over. I'm so depressed. Today I went out for a walk and I went to the supermarket and went shopping and I was dizzy and I felt like this is it. And I said to her, do you remember 6 months ago, you were in bed for weeks, weeks and weeks and weeks, You were in bed for weeks at a time. You couldn't do anything. And she had actually managed to get to the stage where she could actually go for a walk, for like a 10-minute walk, go into the supermarket, food shop. She was dizzy, but she did it. So when you put it like that, the small achievements lead to the biggest ones. So once you actually really start to heal, you'll realize it's the tiny little small things you do that should be celebrated as your achievements, okay? Going to the supermarket was huge. Imagine someone that can't eat, feed themselves, comb their hair, anything, like I was basically in bed. And then she went for a food shop. That's insane. She managed to do that with the lights, the people. She was dizzy. Doesn't matter. She did it. That is an achievement. And this is what you need to realize, okay? This is huge. So you need to realize that even though you might think, oh, I went to a party, I went to a birthday, and I was really dizzy and I had to leave early and I'm devastated. That's me, because I beat myself up all the time in this illness, guys. Not so much now. Now I'm like, we don't like it. Get over it. I don't give a shit. Fuck it. I don't care. If you don't like it, move on. Now it doesn't bother me. If I'm having a bad day, I leave. But back then, oh my God, the guilt I would feel. And I'd go home and maybe I'd cry for a day or two, feel like my life's over, I went to a birthday and I was dizzy and I think maybe something I ate could have triggered me and there were too many kids moving and screaming and everyone looks at me like I'm always ill and then I realised I actually managed to go to a birthday party and last for 2 hours, you know what I mean? And before, my partner was leaving food by the side of my bed, and I couldn't even dry my hair. I couldn't even wash my hair. I'd be in bed with greasy hair for like a week, and then I'd cry when I washed it because I couldn't do it. I was so weak. So to go to a birthday party, last 2 hours talking to multiple people with kids screaming, running around with the kids as well, you know what I mean? That's amazing. That's amazing. That's a miracle in itself. So just remember to think about the small things, okay? The small things are the big achievements, okay? That's what you need to realise. You're not going to go back to what you were, completely normal. Even if you manage to get your full-time job back and everything like that, you have a neurological disease which will always be there. You're always going to have to be aware of certain things. What blocks you on your healing is you thinking, oh my God, I went to the supermarket and I was really dizzy and I had to go home. And before I used to go shopping in Oxford Street. I wish I could go shopping in Oxford Street. I wouldn't have the money to spend hundreds on clothes. But you know what I mean? You're like, oh God, I went to the supermarket and it was really difficult. And I used to go on Oxford Street for hours and hours and hours and shop for clothes, okay? it's still a massive achievement. You're comparing yourself now to what you were back then. You're not going to be like what you were back then. Even now, if I go shopping in Westfields or something like that, after an hour or two, I'd get dizzy. I'd be like, oh, things moving, the floor's doing that. And my classic is, am I on a hill? Is the floor slightly raised? No, it's not. It's me. The floor is completely flat, but I feel like I'm leaning back when I'm walking. Okay, so you need to get over that part of it as well, you know? People have gone back and got their full-time jobs back, things like that, but you probably will have more restrictions now that you have this, because once it's triggered, it's probably quite easy to trigger again from what I've seen in the groups. I'm no doctor, guys, but I know now I've got a lot more triggers than I had before this all started, put it that way. So just remember, this is like the new you, and you're learning all over again. And every little thing you do is a massive achievement. Just think how far you've come back to where you were when this all started, okay? And that really helped get me through it anyway. And that's it, guys. And yes, I would love to sit on the sofa all day and do nothing because my eyes really sore. And I feel so tired. But I'm going to force myself to go down the high street and buy this carrot cake, which is apparently 900 calories, which I only found out yesterday. I'm going to eat it anyway. That's my day. Okay. Bye, guys.